If you're just starting out in photo and video, you need a portfolio, because having a portfolio is the most important thing you can have to find paying clients, because it is a way to show that you actually know what you're doing. Because without any evidence, without any proof, no one's gonna hire you. So the best way to build a portfolio is to either do some spec work, or what I did a ton of was offer my work for free or for trade. Because in the first stages of becoming a photographer and videographer, you're gonna have to put in a little extra effort, because no one knows who you are, they don't know what your work ethics and your drive is, and they for sure don't know what you're able to output. First things first is that you need to figure out what space or industry you want your portfolio to revolve around. So figure out what you want to get into, whether that's portraits, weddings, food and beverage, products, sports, whatever. I personally chose products because I didn't like any of that other stuff. So make sure that you build your portfolio related to that industry. Just because you have banger portraits doesn't mean a company's gonna hire you for product photos. Now that you've figured out what industry you want to be in, it's time to do some research and look for businesses that you can reach out to. And here's where people mess up. They only reach to large brands. Don't just do that. Also look for small local businesses. You can find them on Google Maps, on Instagram searches, your local markets and pop-ups. Ask your family and friends if they know anyone. Go on Facebook groups, community pages, college boards, everything. You want to add as many people to this list as possible to increase your odds of them wanting to work with you. Now that you've created a list of businesses, it's time to prepare your message and reach out to all of them. What I did, I just cold messaged them, whether that was emailing or sending them a DM on Instagram. I made a semi-generic copy and pasted message that I customized a little bit and blasted it out to everybody. It was basically along the lines of, "Hi, my name is Jason. I'm an aspiring photographer and videographer. I absolutely love your brand, and I was wondering if you guys have any need for content, whether that's for social media, web, or anything else you might have in mind. I would love to create some content for free as a way to build my portfolio." In that message, just make sure you're kissing some butt and blast that out to everybody. Because like I said, it's all about numbers. And you're going to get a ton of no's, but don't give up, because eventually you'll get that yes. Once you get that yes, figure out their needs and then set some boundaries. Create a small scope of work so that they know what to expect in the end. Whether that's a gallery of 15 images or a 30 to 60 second reel, make sure you keep it clear and concise so that there's no miscommunication in the future, because you do not want to get taken advantage of. Yes, you're offering your work for free or for trade, but that doesn't mean you should be pushed around. Once you figure that out, you should create the best work as possible, because this is going on your portfolio. This is something that you're going to be showing to future clients to show that you know what you're doing, right? So treat each collaboration kind of like a paid client and do your best. And once you finish that project, rinse and repeat. Keep sending more messages until you've done a few projects to build a solid portfolio to share to these future paying clients. And now that you have a body of work, you need to have a place to present it. And please don't use Instagram as your portfolio. You need to build a website. There are a ton of free website builders out there that you can use to build your portfolio. I use Wix, and that's where I housed all of my portfolio work in the beginning, and it worked fine. The goal is to look professional, and I promise you having a website will separate yourself from others who are only using Instagram as their portfolio. Now that you have your portfolio, and hopefully it's on a website, you can stop calling yourself an aspiring photographer and videographer, because you are that photographer, you are that videographer. You are ready to use that portfolio to find these paying clients, or to use as a resume to land in-house creative positions. I know there's a bad stigma when working for free, but it really is necessary in your first stages as a photographer and videographer. And you just gotta realize that it is temporary. You're not gonna be doing this forever. You're just doing this as an upfront investment to show to future paying clients that you can deliver. Because working for free in the beginning, it helped me land multiple in-house creative positions at big brands, and now I work in-house at one of the trendiest dessert brands out there, and I still work a ton of freelance on the side. And I still do trade work every now and again to revamp my portfolio or to expand to other niches. And if you made it this far or just skipped ahead of this part, let me just give you a quick recap on my process. Find your space, do some research, prepare your message, blast your message to everybody. Once you get that yes, perform and give them your best work. And then you rinse and repeat until you have a few projects. Then you build your website portfolio, not Instagram. And if you have any questions along the way, leave a comment. Feel free to reach out to me and I'll try my best to help you out. But anyways, please subscribe and I'll catch you next time. Thanks.